Hi, I'm Dan from Ausgel.
I'm Luke from RapidVantage CQB.
And I'm Tim, formerly of RedWolf TV.
And today we're talking to Tim about all things airsoft, gel blasters and skirmish sports. So, Tim, firstly, thank you so much for joining us. You are a very familiar face in airsoft and also in the gel blaster industry in Australia. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
I was, okay, I'm not going to do a whole life story here. I'm born and raised in Hong Kong, went to Australia for university for 3 years, went back, started working at RedWolf for maybe about 6 or 7 years, decided to take a 1-year hiatus in Canada, went back to RedWolf for a year, came back and still have been here working on my acting career.
Oh, fantastic. That sounds pretty exciting. So,
yeah.
And also, Tim, we've got Luke here joining us. He's a guest co-host with me today. So,
thanks, Dan. For Tim and those who don't know, I'm Luke. I'm the owner and operator at Rapid Vantage CQB. We're a very small, tight CQB field that's a modular field, so we change the field every week. We're based here in Brisbane, in Strathpine. But I do have a question for you, Tim. How did you become successful as an influencer in the airsoft world?
I actually have to thank RedWolf for that. I actually stepped into something that was already rather popular. Arclight was there before me. Taz was there whilst I was learning the ropes when it comes to learning about distribution, retail, writing reviews and whatnot, because I was completely new to the whole aspect, the other industry, the other side of airsoft. People don't know how large airsoft is when it comes to anything behind the scenes. It's absolutely insane.
Yes.
But I think only a couple years in, RedWolf USA, former RedWolf USA, Robert Manoa, who's currently working for Vulcan Airsoft, he convinced me to start up a Facebook page and a Instagram account. And he tagged me in it, and I went to a couple American Milsim games, and then I was tagged by a few other folks. And that sort of helped jumpstart the whole influencer aspect of what I was doing. But I had no idea. I really did not want to do Instagram and Facebook as a page and YouTube. I just wanted to do YouTube. But then he convinced me to broaden my horizons and get to a much larger viewership through Instagram and Facebook. So kind of had to, but I did it.
Seems like it's worked as well. I mean, you've got, what, 70, 80,000 followers or something on Instagram?
Massive.
Well, if only. It's only just a little bit under 30. But hey, you know what?
Oh, really?
Really?
If I had... Yeah, I'll let you know when I have 70 or 80. Give it a couple
Okay,
years.
we're going to change that for you.
Yeah,
thank you.
Hopefully with this.
Send them my way. Australian airsofters, just follow me, please.
That's a call out for all Australian airsofters and gel ballers.
Go give this guy a follow.
Like and subscribe.
Please,
all of
thank
that.
you. Thank you.
Awesome. And speaking of airsoft...
I will do something cool, whatever.
Awesome. Now, Tim, speaking of airsoft, what is your favourite airsoft gun and why?
One I currently own or one that I don't?
It could be either. Let's say of all time.
Oh my God.
Put him on the spot.
Why do you ask me such a difficult question? You can't ask somebody who has reviewed a lot of things which one is his favorite, because you think one thing is, but then because I reviewed it, it turns out not to be. I think I'm just going to have to tell you that right now, I'm one of those airsofters that likes really weird looking things. So
Beautiful.
I think the KJ Works 1022 is up there. And the P90 TR by TM is up there. But my favorite is a pistol that I currently own in Canada. It's the Tokyo Marui G17 with the RWA agency arm slide.
So he's a Glock boy.
Yes, I'm a Glock man as well.
Well, I'm a Glock guy. Hey, you know what? I'm only a Glock guy because I wanted the slide set. I'm not actually a Glock person. I actually am a 226 person, but RWA don't do any slide sets for the 226. So
Right.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah.
Cool.
Ergonomics is different.
Yes. Yeah.
Fantastic.
I'll take the Glock team anyway.
Nah, it's fine. It's fine.
Now, speaking of controversy,
Yeah. I do have a question.
Ooh.
You've obviously, you've played a lot of airsoft in your time and a lot of different forms of airsoft. What's your favourite between either milsim, speed QB, or CQB style play?
I've played all three. I think doing a lot of CQB, I played a lot of speed QB. Only because that's the nature of the beast when you're in a CQB environment.
Yep.
And that's also in Hong Kong. It's very CQB. Even when you're outdoors, it's very much CQB.
Yes.
So I played that. I played milsims, but because of the milsims, I haven't been playing much airsoft in terms of CQB and regular deathmatch games.
Yes.
I've been spoiled. I've been to the American milsim games. I've been to a game in Russia with tanks and like 3,000 other people. So when I play a team deathmatch game, I'm just like, fine, I guess. But it's just working on my KD ratio.
Yeah.
But I'm going to have to. I do love a milsim op.
Good.
I think it's just that the strategy behind it, and it's not just running around a field that back in like the back of your hand. I don't even know the back of my hand very well, but it's like you're like running. Speed QB is running through a field that and all the nooks and crannies, and you just own all the newbies. So it's like, come on, challenge yourself. Go outside for a change. See what the sun looks like beaming down on you. Play a night game and try your speed QB out there. I dare you. This is a call out to speed QBers.
This is brilliant because it's so controversial in our industry, and the milsim is going to love that.
Yeah, because I'm a milsim fan, and our field we identify as a milsim CQB field. So we have one round of team deathmatch at the start to get everyone used to the field, because we change it every week, and the rest is CQB operations basically. So we've even had a few speed QB teams come through our field and have to change their gameplay because
it's the team that I sponsor, the Slop Raiders. Hey, Slop Raiders.
So I'd have to agree with you there, Tim, with milsim. I'm a huge fan of milsim as well.
That being said, I don't shit on speed QBers. I'm sure they have a tremendous amount of skill, but I'm not a fan of is the attire, how you HPA a pistol and make it a high cap.
Yes.
And you basically demonized a pistol that I love, like a 2011. And
that's so good to hear.
And you wear dye masks, hoodies, like jeans and sneakers. That's your speed QB setup. That being said, like I said, you're very skillful. You probably own me if I go to the field there, but come outside and play.
Absolutely. Different flavors of food, I guess.
We're going to have to get you over to Australia one day to actually, maybe facilitate this kind of a competition.
I am going to go back there. My brother is currently living in Sydney, so I wouldn't mind swinging over by Queensland.
Excellent.
Come to the good side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's actually illegal at the moment in New South Wales.
It is, yeah.
Oh, yes.
So we get away with it.
I have to visit him first. And then come by, or the other way around.
Excellent. Either way, sounds good. We'd love to have you here.
Absolutely.
So, but
amazing.
Look, Tim, we do have some questions from the gel ball community. And the first one is from Jason Miller on Facebook. He asked, where are you these days? And he was wondering why he hasn't seen you in ages.
I'm currently in Vancouver, Canada, living the dream. And you haven't seen me in ages. It actually hasn't been that long. I've been away for 2 years. Is that ages? I guess it is.
That's about the lifespan of our community right now. So,
you guys are so new. It's wonderful. But I've been working on my acting career. I also got engaged and then got married.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I think that's how it works. It's not the other way around.
Yeah.
Tomorrow I'm heading off on my mini honeymoon. So it's going to be
nice.
Amazing. Glorious. Yeah, I've been working on my acting career. I've been doing all right. But obviously because of COVID, everything's at a standstill.
Yes, understandable. Fantastic.
Yeah, so I'm sorry to say this, but I'm playing a lot of Minecraft. Only because
I'm a Minecraft fan, absolutely.
Yeah, very familiar with Minecraft.
Yeah. I only play Minecraft Don't get me wrong, I love it. Only because I'm trying to get my wife to be a gamer, and Minecraft is a game she loves because she's an interior designer and she loves building stuff.
Fantastic.
You've got to step them up into that sort of
Absolutely.
stuff. I mean, my wife is massively into her games as well, so
there you go.
So that definitely helps. With
Minecraft, COD Squad, right? Something about that.
Something like that.
You have to go Portal next. I'm going to go Portal.
Yes.
Yeah, because right now she's learning the WSAD, the control, space, shift, and all that jazz. Once she has that, she'll get the concept of how portals work using the mouse properly, and then she'll be a COD gamer.
And then maybe the pinnacle to aim for is World of Warcraft at the very top or something like that.
Hey, man, I played that. I'm going to try to tell her to avoid that.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I lost 3 years of my life going down that World of Warcraft hole.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat
5 years for
as
me,
well.
man.
Oh,
5 years.
5 years. At least you get all this time back when you stop playing WoW. That's something I found.
Yeah.
So even the guy doing all the media stuff here, Kelso, he used to play WoW. You know, it's
I never got any time back. How do you do it? What kind of magic is this? It's because you're in Australia. You're on the upside down world.
Yeah,
that's what's happening.
Our toilets flush the other
time
way.
falls away.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, this is probably more of a statement actually than a question, but Joshua Easterby on Facebook said, "Damn, sexy beast. He will definitely be an ace player of Gelsoft."
Love
and
the
Air
creepy
Sport.
voice he's using for that.
Well, it says.
No.
Yeah, I had to.
Yeah, I mean, he had to get into the depth of the character. He understands.
Yes,
He understands.
Yes.
Great.
I understand the subtext of what that was saying, but what's your response to that, mate?
People assume that because I'm in Airsoft that I'm really good, but I'm really an average player. I work better with teams because Airsoft is a team game. I feel like it's a team game.
Yes.
If you go in there by yourself, what are you gonna do? Be a sniper? But then it's a team game, and when you work well with a team, then you're good at Airsoft.
Yeah, I agree with that. Agree with that.
It's not gun maketh the man, it's man maketh the game. There you go.
Good reference. Very good reference.
Yeah. Well, now we've got a challenging question for you.
Yeah.
So this question has come from, you should be. This has come from Andrew Taylor on Facebook, and he asked,
Andrew,
why don't dogs have opposable thumbs?
Well, because they would take over the world if they did. Because, they need us now, like they're being so kind. They're all smiles. And then as soon as they have opposable thumbs, you know what they're going to do? They're going to rip our head off. Yeah. They're like, we don't need those humans anymore. We've been looking after them for years. I can't say that.
Can
Dogs
you
are
imagine
wonderful.
loyalty like that with opposable thumbs?
You're picking everything up.
Yeah.
Nuts.
Yeah, I know, guys. I'll just be like, "Oi, bud, make your own food. The can's in the closet. Just go in there.
Put that knife down.
Put that knife down. Oh, okay. You're using it as floss. Okay, I understand.
This is a Glock 17. This is an Airsoft BB. This is how you refill it. Dog Squad. Let's go. Hey, there's a good one. Canine unit.
Canine crew. Oh dear.
Okay,
yeah, they would be deadly, wouldn't they?
They would be. That would be a good squad. We've got.
God, one tigress would be like loving that. Do you know one tigress?
No, hang on.
They sell a lot of dog gear.
Yes. They do the doggy face mask, the doggy
face mask, the strap around the back.
Yes. Yeah. I've seen some of their stuff.
If you want a tactical doge, you look them up.
Yeah,
I might have to look into something like this. I mean, we've got a Chihuahua cross Maltese at home, so might be a way to make the dog look a little bit more scary.
Oh, yeah. Put yes. You know what they have
all
for
the
children?
enthusiasm
They have those small tactical vests for children. Just put the dog inside the child's tactical vest. I think that would
work. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
Throw it up on Reddit and get like thousands of likes.
We've got Trace114 from Discord is asking, what is your opinion on airsofters using electric high cap mags?
Why bother? Get mid cap. Throw that high cap electric one away. What do you want to hear? Like if you're like trying to sneak up on somebody and you need to reload, all you hear is. You think of mosquitoes with you, like what the hell?
That's like every gel blaster.
Shoot mosquitoes.
That is like every gel blaster with a prime function.
Yep.
Yeah, but I am a mid cap person myself.
Yep.
I don't use high caps because I don't like running around with maracas.
Yes.
So, if I wanted to start a band, I'd play actual music. I wouldn't be running around on an airsoft field.
It's funny that you say that as well, because before you were saying you didn't necessarily like the apparel of Speed QB, which leads me to believe you prefer that milsim aspect. And by using a mid-capper, do you prefer to be working on reloads and have that challenge in gameplay, or it's purely just the maraca sound effect?
It's purely the maraca sound effect. And I would jump into a milsim game with a bunch of mid caps. And if I did want to challenge myself, why would I? I would change it to low caps.
True.
But I think they have a rule in most milsims where you're not allowed to reload unless you're at spawn. But I would just go around with a bunch of mid caps, 120 round. And I think PTS came out with a mid cap that's about 250 rounds because they double slotted it. They've they double slotted the whole winding system. Yeah. So instead of just one row, it's stacked.
Doubled.
Oh, wow. Cool.
That's quite cool.
Yeah, fantastic. Cool. Well, all right. So we do have a question here from Scythe17 from Discord. And Scythe has asked, in your opinion, can you see Gelsoft being taken seriously in the community as airsoft is overseas?
You have to deal with what you've got. And I don't disrespect, I have huge respect for Gel Ball over in Australia. I mean, you've got what you have and you make your replicas look fantastic as well. So I think it's fantastic. Hopefully you don't have the, how certain airsofters look down upon paintballers for whatever reason. I don't know why. That's very strange that they do. For obvious reasons, but like Gel Ball, it's there. You guys are doing a fantastic job. I remember playing with one back at RedWolf for a bit, trying to understand the concept. It does have a hop up, which is great. And I've seen a couple videos many years ago, so I think it's awesome. I think you guys are doing an amazing job with it. You still managed to get all the you managed to make all the M4s you ever need to. So
So
many
M4s.
So many M4s. Oh, so many M4s.
I mean, I don't see why the airsoft community would have any disrespect for Gel Ball. You guys just want airsoft. So if anything, we feel sorry for you. And we want you to have airsoft. And we want everybody to be jumping into the community because why not expand it?
Absolutely. I mean, it's interesting, I mean, it's one of those questions that I feel that we get asked quite a lot. Yeah. When we're doing all these interviews with a lot of influencers, we're getting a lot of people asking about how we're perceived by you guys overseas. And, it's just really interesting to see that seems to be, at the very tip of everyone's minds over here in the Gel Ball community. So I think what you said there, mate, is going to be taken very well and be reassuring for our community. So it's greatly appreciated.
Sure. Definitely, that being said, I hope one day you'll be able to take the step to airsoft. Whether it's a step up or a step down to you is down to your community. I think it's a step up because I play it. I'm joking.
I agree with you on that one. That's a step up. I play airsoft as well, and definitely.
Yeah, and that's the same with me. I mean, I grew up playing airsoft in Thailand and also spent some time in Hong Kong as well. And
very cool.
And one thing I do remember is the difference in pain.
Yeah.
Is the sting tended to hurt a lot more.
I think on that, coming from a CQB background, is the actual game style isn't really any different. There's it's the same. The only difference is I would say the reliability of the blasters and the accuracy. Sure. But when the community starts to ask, how are we perceived? I think you perceive the players, not the actual tools, right? And for me, the players are about the same. We're using the same equipment, essentially. We're using the same vests and the same series of equipments. It just then goes up to the technology that we use, I think.
Yeah, I mean, just make sure that when we do decide to come to Australia to play in those what could potentially be massive outdoor fields, make sure you kill everything that could be potentially poisonous, which is everything.
There's nothing out here
in Australia. Yeah. Sure. Like even kangaroos can kill you. Whatever. Koalas have like really sharp claws. They're cute, but they've got sharp claws.
I can't wait till this guy comes to visit. Because
I think the only thing you have
up,
to worry about in Australia, which is probably the biggest thing for anyone coming overseas, is the drop bears. I think are the biggest.
Yeah.
The biggest. That's the biggest thing to worry about. Snakes, all that, not so much. But the drop bears,
they're
are definitely
nasty.
something to work out on. Yeah.
Sorry, you say drop bears?
Yeah, they're like koalas with massive claws. Like think like Freddy Krueger.
Yeah.
Right.
And they've got claws like that, and they literally drop
Who's
out of trees.
dropping them? Why are they being dropped?
Oh, there's a lot of different theories around.
It's how they ambush their prey. I'm
yeah.
pretty sure. So
Yeah. It's like those drop snakes that come out of the island around Hong Kong. What's the not Sheko.
Oh yeah,
you know the
Llama Island.
Llama Island. It's like those. You know, when I got told snakes are dropping out of the trees, I was like, cool, I'm not going.
But it's pretty bad, man. I mean,
Yeah,
they
the-
look
the
like a
drop bears,
koala.
they're
They just got
big,
really
wet
sort of
koala.
bright eyes, bright red eyes, and they just look evil as hell.
I am
so.
not sure if you guys are just shitting with me.
No,
I'm
you
just
can
gonna bullshit.
absolutely
I'm gonna
Google it.
search this
you can
right
Google
now.
it,
Drop.
While you're
Let's do
searching,
this, everybody. Drop.
Okay, here we go.
Bears. Like Australia, it's a thing.
Wait until he sees the picture.
It's a koala with fangs. That's what it is.
Basically.
Essentially. So usually when we
It's
play
a hoax. Yeah, okay, folklore.
It's, no. It's real. We usually have to clear the fields of drop bears. But on that, we do have another question as well from Dark Nation from Discord, and they are asking, as an outside observer, what is the strangest thing to come out of the gel blasting scene, and what is the most unique or interesting aspect?
The only thing unique about the gel blaster is the gel ball itself. Everything is very much the same. If you guys were given airsoft guns, you'd be doing just as well as what we're doing over here. There's hardly any difference.
Yeah.
There's really, really not much difference there. It's, I think, the shortest answer I can give you.
Is it? Have you seen the old? I think they're the very first versions of the pistols that have the little grenade hopper that screws into the top of the pistol.
Oh my gosh!
You haven't seen?
I have
those?
not seen these.
Yeah.
No.
So I've even seen people going as far as getting like a WD-40 can, filling it with the gels and screwing it, and so basically a pistol with a very big can on top that holds. It looks
so like a paintball gun.
Essentially, more or less. The very
Without the
first
gas.
one, without the gas. Yeah, it's a electric one.
Yeah.
Wow, you guys have really, stepped it up.
Thank you.
Since then.
All right, so we do have another question here, but I guess leading into this question, I should lead this with, in Queensland here, so a state of Australia, we've recently had some new legislation passed that essentially is going to regulate our industry. It's a very controversial topic within Australia. Some people are for, some people are against. But ultimately, it does legitimise our industry. Now, that being said, noting that such legislation has been passed in Queensland, we've got Doctorus from Discord asking, do you think that that will lead to airsoft manufacturers and suppliers trying to make a push into Australia?
I don't see why not. You guys are a massive area with lots of potential. So I think that's where all the greatest future airsoft fields could potentially be. Distribution-wise, I think American companies are going to have trouble, but I can assure you that if there was a chance for RedWolf to jump on that boat, they will. They will. They cannot wait. I mean, they'll stay in Hong Kong, but once distribution starts and able to send forth to you folks, then it's going to happen.
Well, hey,
you're going to have an Australian.
You never know.
He's going to have to hire an Australian representative to travel around Queensland just to, to deal with you Aussies.
I wonder who that could be.
Yeah, g'day, how you doing?
Hey, g'day, mate. How you doing? Yeah,
I love it. There we go.
Nice.
Don't have to ask him to do the accent later.
well, no, I think I still want to run you through that. Part of your actors training.
Mate, no.
We have another question actually from a very, I would say, a very prominent content creator actually in the Gelsoft industry, a very
Cool.
good tech, and has his own YouTube channel.
Awesome.
It's Loguido from Loguido's Chop Shop on YouTube.
Ooh.
If you haven't,
Guido.
definitely have a look at him. But he's asked, and this is quite good, this is a content creator question. Do you struggle with YouTube demonetizing content because of the items that look like real guns?
No, not at all. If you are a YouTube channel that is partnered with YouTube, and so long as you tick all the right boxes and assure people that everything, it's plus 18, it's for adults, it's not for kids. And yes, there are replica firearms, you have to tick that box.
Yep.
I don't see any demonetization so long as you don't show any blood on screen, or you don't abuse it, and basically don't be an asshole.
That's a very good way to put it.
And make sure that your content is super creative and is watched by thousands, if not hundreds of thousands, if not millions. And just keep on doing what you're doing. And the only time they would try to demonetize you is if you use the wrong music.
Yeah.
That's the killer for everybody.
Yes, absolutely.
I think that's actually really good advice. There's a
very
lot
good
of
advice, yes.
up-and-coming channels in Australia.
Absolutely.
And content creators over here that I think would appreciate that bit of advice there. So
Definitely.
look into that, guys. Thanks very much for that, Tim.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
all
no
right,
worries.
now we're going to
Free
get
music
into some
galore, free music.
Excellent.
Actually, tell them to sign up, and I know it's a monthly payment, but if they're all right with it, sign up for Epidemic Sound.
Epidemic Sound.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, you'll
we're
have
getting
very
the
good
thumbs
music
up
there.
from the content creator behind the camera
Yes,
here.
Epidemic.
So big thumbs up from
Artlist,
K-Man there.
Artlist.io is another good one as well. Very good one for all you content creators out there.
Soundstripe, is that still a thing?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah?
it is.
It's what the Airsoft Amigos do. Those are the guys I currently work with. I say work with, I say guys, but it's just me and one dude. That's us.
That's
Yeah.
That's guys. That's
Yep.
Dos,
Oh, yeah.
That's
Dos-
us
technically
guys.
two.
That's us guys.
yeah,
Yes.
Dos
Yeah.
Amigos. Dos
Excellent.
Yeah,
Amigos.
Airsoft Amigos.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
All right, now we're going to get into some general chit-chat.
Fantastic.
So, firstly, Tim, tell us about that accent. It is so bloody weird.
Oh my God. I'm not sure if you guys follow me on Instagram. We'll talk about that later. But I think there was a person who described it perfectly well on YouTube. It was in the comments section, and I'll remember this forever. I'm gonna read it out to you if that's okay, because it made me laugh, and it's like a backhanded compliment.
Yeah.
You don't know what to do with it, so I'm gonna say it to you, and you're gonna take it as you will. All right, everybody.
All right.
Okay.
All right, so I think this will probably speak for itself. Thank you, Mr. Penguin Pie, for saying this guy has the strangest accent I think I've ever heard. It's like a bunch of accents decided to get drunk and have a party together, but things got out of hand and everyone ended up having a writhing orgy on the kitchen floor together.
Excellent. I've read that comment,
Yeah.
actually. It's in one of your, below one of your videos, I think.
I posted it up on Instagram and on Facebook, and it's below one of the videos. Yes.
Excellent.
That's great. That's great.
Oh,
So,
that's cool.
but to answer the question, to explain the accent, I was born and raised in Hong Kong. That doesn't explain it. That actually confuses people further. But my dad's a Brit.
Yeah, I understand. I spent quite a lot of time in Hong Kong as well. So
you understand that there are a lot of British people there.
absolutely.
And there are a lot of English foundation schools. So I went to an
Yes.
English school.
Yes.
But in fact, a lot of people that go to those schools come out with an American accent because they go in with an American accent. If you go in
Yes.
with whatever accent, you're going to come out with the
See,
same
that's
accent.
the strange thing. I had the same thing. I went to an international school in Thailand, came out with an American accent when I came to Australia.
Yeah.
So,
Oh my
a
God.
very light American accent, but yeah.
Yeah, very light.
There you
I
go.
mean,
So,
you're hugely influenced by your teachers and your family and the people and your friends that you hang out with.
Yeah.
Actually, I just had something happen to me today. I was thankfully the gyms are open again, so I'm so bloody happy for that. I was lining up. I was only second in line, and I was asking the lady in front if I could use the hand sanitizer before I step in. And I asked very kindly, and then she asked me, "Oh, where are you from?" And the funny thing is, she has the exact same accent as I do. So why wouldn't you automatically assume that I'm also potentially from the UK? Although I'm not, but it's very much the same. She's from Kent, so it's like an hour away from London or something. But it's but then I told her from Hong Kong, and she's like,
it baffles
what?
it baffles so many people. I don't like. For me, you just sound like having high teas at noon. You know,
high tea at noon.
Yeah.
Actually, a lot of UK folks in the UK think I've been faking it throughout the entirety of my RedWolf career. So yeah.
Well, you've done well to sustain it. Then if you're faking it,
mate. If you're getting into, if you're just getting into acting, you've sustained this character for what, 7 years? Oh.
Bravo.
That's method.
Bravo.
That is method.
Thank you. Man, you know what? Since birth, I came out, all right, so where's my tea?
Oh, that's cool.
That. So, I mean, this is a pretty broad thing. I'm just going to throw it out there.
Go ahead,
you're very immersed in the airsoft world, which is fantastic.
Cool. Good.
One would assume. However, what exactly do you know about gel ball? Apart from the experience you had with the blaster that I can only imagine would be leagues below what we have now. So do you know much about,
I haven't put much homework into gel ball. I just know for a fact that's what Australia has, you guys have at the moment. So I remember my boss had a gel ball in Hong Kong, and he was just like, yeah, no, we could sell them to Australians. It's great. And I think we have a gel ball blaster up on the RedWolf website. So you guys can see if that's the case. I don't even know anymore. But go search now. See if I'm correct or incorrect. And I think I didn't even get a chance to shoot it because I looked at it and I saw, in my mind, I was like, you know what, guys, it's just another M4 and it shoots little gel balls. How is it gonna hurt? Like my boss comes in with like a Nerf gun too, so I'm just like, oh, just another experiment to play with.
Good stuff.
But I love the idea, and I remember watching a couple of videos up on YouTube, and I remember talking to probably a gel ball YouTuber. But that was such a long time ago. I've only thought about it like sparsely since then, so it's basically non-existent in my mind.
Right.
Like close to it's there, but I think about you guys occasionally.
That's good to know.
I think we know about that because I do remember it's one of the memories I have of first sort of seeing you on YouTube was back when you did a bit of a shout out to the Australian community. I think you were at like an IWA or a SHOT Show or something similar, and you had basically done a shout out to Australia from that booth, and albeit that was for airsoft in Australia, but I remember that you were one of the first influencers to ever really step up and publicly say that. Yourself and Novrich, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah,
so that was really cool
I remember there being a petition, so I called that out. I brought that up.
Oh, that's really cool.
I wanted people to know about. I wanted people to sign it, so I brought it up.
Yeah. Oh, that's really awesome. So
the word gets out about us down under.
Yes,
we're here, guys. To the rest of the world watching, we're here, and we're
exactly.
Yeah.
The weather is backwards. It's winter there, guys.
And we have drop bears.
And drop bears.
And we have drop bears. My God.
Tell your friends.
I think, gel. For me, gel ball's a great indoor sport. As a field owner for CQB, I have 2 partner fields in Colombia and Bogota, and the fields do in an airsoft sense in CQB. There is a lot of stress that happens on the field itself.
Sure.
But I think maybe something you didn't know about gel ball is, for example, and we have Dan here from Ausgel, is the cost of ammunition for us is about $10 Australian for 30,000 rounds.
And that's at the expensive side.
30,000. That's like 10.
Am I correct in that?
You guys have the same.
Yeah.
So we sell like our,
or is it 10,000? 30 or 10?
Our flagship product is 10,000 gels for $10.
That's right. Yeah.
And you can get them as cheap as anywhere between $4, $5 for 10,000 gels as well.
10,000, not 30. Sorry, 10.
But yeah, it's very very cost effective.
Yeah.
Compared
and
to
they are
paintball,
all
it's
the same,
massive.
right?
No, there are differences. There are
okay.
some differences between the different products, but I could probably talk your ear off about that
Yeah.
for hours.
Can't wait.
But what that allows us is, from a field operator, the gels are biodegradable. They're very easy to clean, and
Very good.
we allow full auto inside.
Nice.
So our ammo expenditure per game is probably a lot higher than what airsofters are. So there's a little fun fact.
And if you take a knee on a field, you don't get 50 million BBs stuck into your kneecap.
Nobody wants that.
Yeah, they just dissipate.
Just you just have a wet knee.
That's
Not
it.
even. It just dissipates into this little paste, and it's gone.
Turns into dust.
Yeah.
What? How big are those?
They average about 7 to 7.5 millimeters. So just a little bit bigger than airsoft.
And they are
Nice.
a tiny bit heavier than a. What is it? So airsoft, you had about a 0.25 gram BB.
Oh, we go up to like 5s now. So.
Oh wow.
Okay. Well, there you go.
Yeah, some nice long range stuff.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Yeah, it's crazy. But and one more question.
Yeah.
What is the, because this is something that all airsofters are trying to prove. What is the greatest distance that you've gotten out of a gel ball?
Oh,
That's you've got distance and accuracy versus the.
Yeah.
Just say how far can it go? I don't care
so
about
look,
accuracy, how far can it go?
50 meters is like the pinnacle of what people like to claim. Now, I've seen a gel ball travel 50 meters with an average grouping size of about 2 meters. So, so that's sort of the difference you're looking at there. But I guess as Luke was, referring to, in gel ball, it doesn't matter so much because there is so much automatic fire at a lot of fields.
Yes.
You can generally just spray in that general direction, and you're
That's
going to hit
right.
something. So
Exactly. Throw in a dual sector gear, use a Titan batteries, know, and then you're set.
Absolutely. Nice cheeky shout out
Yeah,
there too.
that was
I like
sneaky.
that.
Very nice.
There we go.
That's very good. There you go, Ronald and Trent. And Matt, sorry. Can't forget Matt. So, yeah. All right. Now, we do have, here's an entertaining one for you. So we recently interviewed Kelly, a.k.a. Femme Fatale, for those at home watching.
No.
Now,
Sorry. No, she's lovely.
yeah, she is. She's very witty, very funny, very intelligent. Very, very cool person to interview.
Yeah.
She is. But she did say that she knew you guys quite well from RedWolf, and she told us this little story about Mark. Now, for those who don't know, Tim handed over the baton to Mark to essentially present for RedWolf Airsoft. That's who Mark is. Now, Kelly told us that at an IWA, which is a European equivalent for the SHOT Show, they went out to a Russian nightclub afterwards, and there was a twerking competition. Now, she told me she had a twerk off with your friend Mark from RedWolf Airsoft, and Mark won. Can you tell us more about that?
I was not there, but I can assure you that Mark is actually a really good pop and lock it dancer. He does a lot of hip hop dancing. So if he was out there to twerk, I'm sure he could definitely out twerk Kelly. Yeah.
And if you have any other dirt on Mark, you should definitely tell us.
Right now?
Yeah.
Sure. No, I can only ever speak good things about Mark. No, I never. Oh my God. Okay, here's the story. No. I will never talk ill about other airsofters unless they either cross me or my former company. Oh my God, we could talk about somebody, but another day. Yep. Another day.
So no funny stories about Mark at all?
We went out drinking a lot back in Hong Kong before I hired him. Yeah, I was the guy that hired the guy. Yeah, we went out partying a lot. We have lots of drunken stories. He's probably going to tell you one where I got completely smashed, and he was trying to take me home in a cab, and I took him to the wrong place, thinking it was my home. And then we got the right address, and I couldn't take out money, and I was just shouting in the back, and I was apologizing. Sorry, doing laundry. I was apologizing to him, and I was so upset that I made like a really, really shitty night out of it. And I think he got frustrated, but this is my like 8 Mile Eminem moment. So if he's going to tell the story, this is probably going to be the one, but I'm sure they're going to be more. Like, Mark has lots of shit on me. In fact, if there was somebody that we could talk shit about, it should be Quake. That is a guy I could talk so much shit about. That's like great stories. Don't know who he is. He is the guy that doesn't talk on RedWolf with an epic beard with a
bald
sunglasses.
head?
Bald head,
Yep.
chews gum, doesn't talk.
Yeah, he's funny.
Yeah.
So tell us something about him.
Ooh. Okay. What you don't know about him is that the real person behind Quake is a huge chatterbox, and I think Paul, my boss back then at RedWolf, wanted another personality, and so I introduced him, and I just wanted him to be the Stig. So don't say anything. Just wear sunglasses, chew gum. He was just like, yeah, I don't want to be. He's from the UK. He's from Yorkshire. He's like, I don't want to be on TV, mate. I don't want to get recognized by my family. I don't want to embarrass myself. So I was like, let's make you a persona. And the only reason why I call him Quake is that when he gets drunk, he moves around a lot when he talks. He bobs his head, but when he drinks, he's like a bloody earthquake. He likes to shake things. He shakes a table. We were out for a hookah one night, the Argile pipes, we were just smoking a pipe, and he just shook the table up for no reason. And I was like, all right, earthquake. And I was just like,
There's the accent.
We're going to call him Quake.
Nickname. Very nice.
Yeah,
That's
we're going to call him Quake. It's too cool for him, that name.
Does Mark have a favorite hangout spot? The old water, as we say, watering hole in Hong Kong?
Yeah, it's in TST. I forgot the name of the place. We go there every so often.
Very nice.
He would take you there.
What's his favorite drink?
Just a beer.
Oh.
Whatever's cheapest, really. 2 for 1. He'll go for that. Get a pitcher if it's cheap. Yeah. Mark doesn't care. He does consider himself a classy drinker as well, because he has a really nice joint that he goes to. His friend owns a bar in Soho, just like at the bottom of the top of Lang Kwai Fong, down a road. Goes up there, and I think he has a whiskey on ice. Or just straight up whiskey.
Dragon Eye?
The Scotch. Not Dragon Eye. We're better than that. We're not a model or a drug dealer. So we don't go there. So I think that's all I want to say about those two. Like Jackie is like one of my best friends, and Mark is awesome. So I can't talk any more ill unless you want to hear some personal stories about Jackie, who's quick, by the way. And like another time, because there's so many stories.
We look forward to it. Really excited about interviewing Mark. So yeah, that's going to be truly entertaining. A lot like this interview at the moment, actually.
Might have to introduce him to Australia's most classy beer, 4X.
4X.
If he's a beer drinker.
You're going to stir the pot a bit there. There'll be some people out there trying to defend VB. And,
oh my God, VB. Piss water. Sorry. No.
Yeah, excellent. No,
excellent.
Totally agree.
Perfect. Yep. Sorry,
guys. I mean, I'm objective. I don't have an opinion.
But actually, I did just think of something, because Gelsoft is a very new sport. We do have a lot of new players, and I'm from a field owner, every week we see new players come in, and I'm just wondering, would you have any advice to anyone who's maybe new to the sport of let's say skirmish or milsim, CQB, speed QB, anything like that, from maybe your personal experience that you can share with our community here, coming from someone who's from an industry that is a long-standing skirmish industry?
I don't think there is a difference between the communities of airsoft and gel ball. I think possibly you guys are just as welcoming as the airsoft community. So if they have any questions, they could just go up onto a Facebook page and ask away. Just don't be scared to ask people questions, because people are always happy to answer and give you their opinion. And opinions are like assholes. Everybody's got one. So if you just go in there and you make yourself known that you're new and that you want to join a team or be a part of a game, people are going to point you in the right direction. It's the exact same as airsoft, except you guys use a gel ball and we have a small, sometimes non-biodegradable BB.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Well, look, I think we're going to start wrapping it up now. So, firstly, Tim, thank you so much for your time. And can you please tell us how people in the Australian community here can find or follow you on social media?
Okay, I'm going to answer this question. And then I'm going to ask you guys the question, if that's okay. A surprise question.
Okay.
Right. So you can find me. I no longer have the Facebook page, so don't even bother finding me there. I'm on Instagram at Timothy Daniel Selby.
So at Timothy Daniel Selby?
No, I think I just changed it. I think it's
Timothy D. Selby?
Timothy, yeah, there we go. I don't even know my Instagram handle. So there's Timothy D. Selby on Instagram. I am now on YouTube with the Airsoft Amigos. So check that out.
Airsoft Amigos?
Yes. Okay. Where we bring different kinds of content. Where we actually have a little show called the Airsoft Show, which is like the grand tour except for Airsoft. We talk about everything Airsoft in that, which is awesome. We have 4 episodes on that, which is cool. Did that last year. I also do an audio podcast with a friend Arius, who's from Airsoft Milsim News blog. Him and I just go on. It's on Spotify. It's called Not the 9 O'Clock Pews. Yeah.
I like what you did
and,
there.
Yep. And there's that, and at some point, like I told you guys, my friend Matt of the other side of the Airsoft Amigos, we are writing scripts that for a TV series, a web series surrounding Airsoft that is filmed very much like The Office, Brooklyn Nine-Nine, Community.
Yes. Very cool.
You know, it's a comedy.
My wife is a huge fan of Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Yeah, so, me too. Yeah. Me too.
You're going to have a lot of fans over here.
We're doing that.
Fantastic.
So we're looking for a cinematographer if you guys want to jump on it.
That's, maybe me. We'll do it. How you doing?
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
All right, cool. You had a question for us.
Yes. And I don't know how you're going to answer this, but if hypothetically, and I really hope that this is going to be the case, you guys are and will allow Airsoft to the community, what do you think is going to happen to gel ball?
I think gel ball will always have its place. So I'll give you my opinion first. So I believe that if Airsoft is introduced in Australia, which it likely may be in time, it will be highly regulated, and there is likely to be an age restriction of some sort. Whereas gel blasters, I find it's less likely that we're going to get an age restriction. So it will likely just become like the stepping stone, or alternatively, as we found with so many families in Australia, we're starting to see families come out as a whole unit to play a game, which is something you don't see in Airsoft in many countries, I believe. So, fathers, sons, mothers, sons, it's fantastic. So I think it's always going to have a place. Canada. And being a field owner, what do you think?
I think Airsoft has its place, especially outdoors with the distance, and I think that's why a lot of people are wanting Airsoft in Australia, because of the access to possible fields we have outdoors. But for me, I think Gelsoft will always have a place in an indoor CQB environment. It doesn't hurt as much, and there's no age restriction for owning one at this stage. So we start to see kids from young as 8 years old out on the field, and that's not awesome. Being so intimidated by the pain factor. So I think Gelsoft will always have its home in an indoor CQB environment. Cool. That's my opinion as a field owner.
It's a really good question there, Tim.
Yeah.
And but look, we're running out of time now, so we will wrap up.
Yep.
Now, Tim, once again, thank you very much. So, guys, this is Tim Selby from RedWolf, formerly from RedWolf Airsoft, now an actor, which is pretty cool. And that's all we've got for you today. So, guys, just remember, with Ausgel, you can find us on Facebook and YouTube under Ausgel. We're also on Instagram at Ausgel Ammo. You can find us on TikTok as well if you're desperate. And, of course, we've got our website, www.ausgel.com.au. And
thanks, guys. Once again, I'm Luke from Rapid Vantage. You can find us at www.rapidvantagecqb.com or Facebook and Instagram under RapidVantage CQB.
And guys, don't forget, look up Tim. So
yes.
If you Google Tim Selby, you'll find a bunch of stuff about him like we did. And you can also find him plastered all over the RedWolf Airsoft videos on YouTube. So make sure you give RedWolf Airsoft a follow as well.
Absolutely.
Genuinely entertaining content there.
Absolutely.
All right, guys. That's all we got for you. See you later.
Thank you.
Have a good one, guys.